Okay, let's take a look at the second part of this question of drawing the payoff diagrams for the various portfolios. We're up to II. So what do we have? We have two call options, a strike of £3, one written put option. Okay, so written here. So if you write the put option, this means you're selling it with a strike of £2, and we have one share. Okay, so with that in mind, let's build our portfolio. Start a fresh page. So we have a portfolio made up of two call options, a short on a put, and a share. Okay, the negative on the put, we need to pay this back at some point. So this goes in as a negative. So at time t, we have, how should we write this? The portfolio at maturity. We have the call option only makes profit if the market rises above the strike, and we have two call options, so we multiply that by 2. The put, this only makes money if the market falls, particularly below the strike price, and we're short on this, that negative goes in. And the share price at time t is just ST. Okay, so there's our portfolio, and we need to do a bit better than this. We need to look at those first two terms, and we can see we need to look around the price of £3 in the first term. It's going to have a big effect on that term, and £2 in the second term. Again, looking either side is going to have a big impact on the portfolio payoff. So £2 and £3 are key values. So let's give ourselves some room. Let's look less than £2, between £2 and £3 inclusive, and finally bigger than £3. It doesn't really matter on the inequalities whether they're strict or you include the boundaries, the same value. It's just my habit to use strict at the top and the bottom, and the boundaries on that middle condition. Yes, there's some flexibility, just to let you know. Okay, so let's assume in the first line the stock is less than £2. So the first term is going to be negative. We're not going to exercise the right. So 2 lots of nothing, which is nothing. The second term, we have, let's see, inside the bracket is going to be positive. So actually, we need to keep this term. And finally, we have the share price ST on the end. Let's check all those numbers, makes sense. Yep. Okay, the second term, we have the share price is between £2 and £3. So the first term is definitely 0. The second term is negative or 0. So just call it 0, because when we take the plus, we're ignoring all the negatives, just set them to 0. So the third term is just ST. And finally, if the price is above £3, then the first term is definitely positive. The second term is going to be negative, so the option is not exercised. And the final term is just ST. Okay, let's put all of this together. So that first term, we have minus minus for ST. So 2 lots of ST, take away 200. Some elementary algebra to deal with here. Let's just get through it. And finally, 3 lots of ST, take away 600. I don't want to make a mistake now, I've called it all elementary. Let me check those numbers. So yeah, and yeah, that makes sense. So there's the payoff at time t for all the different possible values of the share price. Finally, the sketch. So let's do that. So we're looking at potential payoffs against all the different share prices. We need to look between 2 quid and 3 quid. Hope they're not negative. Now I've drawn my scale. Don't think they are. Okay, so at the beginning, if the share price is less than 200, it's negative, right? How annoying. So we have, oh, that's fine, I can just scroll a little. There you go, problem sorted. Okay, so we have minus, let's just work at the endpoint. So if we put in 0, minus 200. And if I put in 200, I get plus 200. So the first part of the graph looks like this. Yep. Yep. The second part of the graph is, let's see, it's the share price, if the share price is between £2 and £3. So I'm probably going to write a space. So let's play with the scale a little. Let's just go to there. So this can be around £3. Okay, the gradient of this line is 1 compared with the previous part, which is 2, so a little bit flatter. And finally, this one's going to be really steep, and that's going to shoot off like this. Okay, not the prettiest, but could have been a lot worse. This is our payoff function. Okay, and that completes the solution for this example 3.